bloopers.
That was really funny.
No, did you? No, you didn't get kicked out. Okay, we're gonna start now.
Hold on, can you hear me? I think both of them are still in here.
It says you're still in here.
Here. Chad is
Chad is no longer here. Great, we're gonna have to stop recording.
Keep going, Chad.
Okay. Do I have to
Just invite him
re-invite
to
you back in?
Just re-invite him back in or something. Or have him go follow. Yeah, just go through the same link again. Chad's gay.
What up?
Okay, now I have to stop and re-record because I was recording one. Hello, and welcome back to take 2 of our 12th episode of this podcast. We tried to record this episode before Thanksgiving so you guys could have a proper start off to the Christmas season, but we had some technical issues and it didn't work, so we're trying something new today. This week we will be doing an episode of Family Talk, so we have some fun people here with us, and we're going to do the top 5 Christmas albums that we like, plus a few little bonus ones as well. So let's be honest, I love listening to Christmas music, and I try to make it to the middle of November, but I usually don't. This year I actually made it to the 9th because I was super busy, but I usually don't make it past till the 2nd. But I love every minute of being able to hear the songs that make us smile, bring back memories, and get us ready for the holiday season. So here we go. We are going to discuss our top 5 favorite Christmas albums. But first, we gotta do a little commercial. So we'll be back. The winter wedding planning season is here, although in Texas it could still look like fall wedding season. The leaves will still be changing and there will be crisp in the air, and you will be planning the most amazing wedding at a fantastic time of year. Now you need decorating items, and we have the place for you. Party Dreams Granbury allows those with any type of budget to make that wedding day spectacular. The process is simple, affordable, and memorable. Simply go to GranburyTXPartydreams.square.site and check out their collection that fits your individual style and taste. Or call 817-242-6229 and ask for Charity, and she can guide you through the process along with everything they have. Party Dreams, redefining the rental industry. Active duty and military discounts are available. So welcome back. Today on our episode of Family Talk, we're going to talk about our favorite Christmas albums. But first, let me introduce you to everyone here. First of all, my husband Chad.
What up?
My son Josh.
Howdy.
My son Jaden.
Howdy.
And their dad, Mr. Christmas himself, Steven.
Hello.
So let's get started. Okay, so Josh, we are going to start with you.
Okay, let me grab my list. Alright, so just go right into it.
Yep.
Is that what we're doing? Alright. So number 5, I had Bing Crosby's Christmas album. And because of one song in particular, Mele Kalikimaka. One of the best Christmas songs out there.
That's a true story.
That's because you like it from Christmas Vacation.
It is a very good Christmas Vacation. And it's just a classic album, too. Just classic.
Okay, Jaden.
My number 5 is a Cody Johnson Christmas because I like Cody Johnson and his country music. So, and now he sings Christmas music. So, can't go wrong with that. For me, at least.
Have you put that on our Christmas playlist? Because I didn't even know he had an album.
Well, I didn't know until this year. So.
No, I think you should add it to our Christmas playlist.
I will do my best.
Because I want to hear it.
What do you mean do your just?
Well, I need
Just
to
add it, man.
You literally just say add to playlist.
That is what you do.
It's a lot of work.
Oh my gosh, Josh, you're gonna have to add Cody
Gosh.
Johnson to our Christmas
I
playlist.
ain't adding it if he ain't gonna add it.
Right? You gotta want it.
You gotta want
A
it.
lot of work, bro.
Okay, Steven.
All right, my number 5 is an album from 1964, and it's the Beach Boys' Christmas. Can't go wrong with the Beach Boys. It's my first concert. Loved them ever since. Got Little Saint Nick, Man with All the Toys, Frosty the Snowman. I'll be coming home for Christmas. It is a classic. It's one of my favorites.
It is a very good one. It has some great songs on it. I agree. And again, it always reminds me of Papa P.
Yeah, very true. Very true. But I'm pretty sure that would be his number 1. So.
And 5. All right, Chatinator.
Huh? Oh, my number 5 is Darius Rucker's Christmas album, because if you haven't listened to it, it is a really, really good Christmas album. He has some songs on there that he wrote, and I think it is a very good album. So that's my number 5.
I like that.
So I did listen to that album because I haven't listened to the whole thing before. I heard like songs here and there, whatever else. It's legit. It's good.
Yeah, it is really good.
Yeah.
It is really good. Like, I love his country singing way more than I like his Hootie singing.
Oh, you're all over Hootie.
No, I'm not a Hootie and Bluefish. Okay.
I don't want to be with you.
So my number 5 is Brett Eldredge, Mr. Christmas. A couple of years ago, I didn't even know who this guy was, and I don't listen to a lot of country music, and what I do listen to is limited to what Jaden listens to. So I kept hearing these songs over and over of this guy, and I had to investigate who he was, and I discovered he has a Christmas album, and it's quickly becoming synonymous with Christmas and being used in the same sentences as Mariah Carey and Michael Bublé.
We'll get into Mariah Carey in a little while.
That's a bold statement, Chad. You gonna put up with that?
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that later. I can't say the choice words I would like to say on this show.
Fair enough.
He has original songs like Mr. Christmas and Feels Like Christmas, along with the bluesy feeling of Merry Christmas Baby, classics like Rudolph and Jingle Bells. And for you traditionalists, he sings God Rest You Merry Gentlemen and Oh Come All You Faithful. So it has really something for everyone. So, okay, now we're ready for number 2. Josh? Number 4.
Number 4. All right. I was like, dang, we skipped. That was quick. Clock is on time limit. Jumping from 5 to 2. My number 4 is the Elf soundtrack, because does it get any better of a Christmas movie than Elf? Well, the answer is yes, but not much better. It is a great movie.
Yeah.
With a great soundtrack, and it has songs now that aren't necessarily Christmas songs, but now I always associate them with Christmas because of that. Same with Give Me All Your Lovin' and the Santa Claus movie, because I watched that last night. That's what I always think of, them walking down and stuff like that. Same thing with Elf, all of that. So.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the other day, weren't we? What was the song? Pennies from Heaven.
Yeah, Pennies from Heaven.
I associate actually with another cartoon, Igor, because that's what kids watch all the time. But now all I see is Elf running in the little circle door and screaming.
I watched that one the other day too.
Okay, Jay.
My number 4 is Bob Rivers' Chipmunks on an Open Fire.
Sounds like a wholesome album.
Yeah, it's very wholesome, People could call it not Christmas, but I think it is Christmas because it's funny Christmas. And I started listening to it when I was, young, I guess, so like 11, 12. So, it's got songs like Pokemon on it. It's got songs like Going Up to Bethlehem, Blue Ride, and a lot of others this will probably be on the list later, so they can name other songs later.
Appreciate it.
The disadvantage of recording this before is that we all know the answers.
Right.
And I agree, it's a great album. Okay.
Number 4 for me is again a controversial pick. I get it, but it's Hanson Snowed In from 1997. It is one of my favorite albums. I know it's Hanson. You can say bop is pop all you want.
Bop, 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 doo, bop. Scooby lop, bop, doo, bop, 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 doo.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, but no, it's a great album from top to bottom. They do Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, Run Rudolph Run, Silent Night Melody, White Christmas, What Christmas Means to Me. It was one of my favorites as soon as it came out, and it's just stayed in that top 5 for me.
Yeah, I think it's a sleeper one. I think people don't forget about that one.
Well, it's just most of it's upbeat, right? And it's just, I don't know, it's just a lot of fun.
I agree. Chad?
My number 4 is any Christmas album that George Strait made, because it's George Strait and he is the king of country music, and I love him.
I actually surprised he's not your number 1, but because I know what your number 1 is, I get it. But
I sure do like those Christmas.
He's my number 1 singer ever, but as far as song, I have a different number 1 Christmas song.
Gotcha. And
How many Christmas albums does he have?
Oh, he's probably got 7 or 8.
Yeah, I don't think we represent him enough on our Christmas.
I agree.
playlist.
None of y'all do.
But we like Christmas cookies. That's like original, right?
He has this song called Merry Christmas Straight to You. I mean, it's got his name in it.
It must be good then.
It has to be amazing.
It's got his name in it.
Speaking of food, what are we cooking? This one's good.
I'm grilling chicken right now. We're going to have chicken fajitas.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
I'm sure you are.
I am hungry.
Okay, so my number 4
Thank you,
is, well, we all know that I like 80s hard rock and heavy metal music, so of course I have to have an album on here by some of them. And at first I wasn't going to put this on there, but I looked again and I was like, yeah, this album really has some great songs. So not every song is awesome, but most of them are. So who wouldn't want to hear Christmas songs by Skid Row, Warrant, Firehouse, Dawkins, Cinderella, LA Guns, and more?
Chad's raising his hand.
Of course.
I would not.
I love Stryper's version of Winter Wonderland.
Oh,
The
so
drums
good.
in it are like so cool. I heard it again the other day.
It is so good.
I used to hate Enough's Enough, but I love their song Happy Holiday. Is that an original?
I don't know if it is or not, actually.
Yeah, I feel like it is. And of course, Cinderella / Tom Kiefer's version of Blue Christmas is the bluesiest, most amazing version, I think, of that song. Like, it's really good. It really gets to you, and he has a really bluesy voice in it, and he digs deep, and it's awesome. And then, of course, I love hearing Sebastian Bach sing Jingle Bells. So, if you like that kind of thing, this is definitely an album for you.
I've been listening to that on the way to the gym.
That's a good. It gets you in the mood, and it gets you pumped for the gym.
Right? Dual purpose.
All right, Darcy.
My number 3 has my favorite Christmas song of all time, and it's Andy Williams' Christmas album. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's my favorite Christmas song of all time. It gets me in the mood every year.
It's tough to beat, man.
It is. I'd like to hear anybody challenge that song.
No, I would love to challenge you to sing it.
Oh, I can challenge that song easily.
No, that sounds crazy.
Easily?
Easily.
Nah, that song gets everyone in the mood for Christmas. And I love to hear Josh sing it. He just refuses to sing it for everyone else.
You have to come out for a concert. We'll see what we can do.
If you follow us on Instagram at Making Adjustment, then you will see Josh singing on our Instagram.
Will you, though? That is the question. That is the question.
For only a short time of 24 hours, so.
Oh, it's like a story kind of a deal?
Story.
That way, like, it's limited access?
Yeah, so make sure you get on there.
So let's do it today. That way, by the time she posts this episode, everybody will have, it's going to be a couple days from now. So that way, the story will be gone.
Or we just post it tomorrow.
No.
That way everyone can see it.
Everyone can see it, and then they can go and like and stuff the Make an Adjustment podcast Instagram page to hear Josh sing.
Yep. Make sure you like and follow. On
right,
to
Jay.
my number 3. My number 3 is, I would say it's a surprise to y'all, but you already know what it is. It is the Beach Boys Christmas album.
I did actually forget about that, actually.
Thank you. My favorite song on there is Just a Little Saint Nick.
Yeah,
It's a good
It's
one.
so great.
It's a good song.
that is a good song. That is a good song. All right.
Daddy
My number 3 is Monster Ballads Christmas from 2007, which was Julie's number 4. Because again, all the songs that you mentioned, you got Naughty Naughty by Danger Danger.
That song's terrible.
It is terrible, but why I sing it every time, it's so catchy. And then you got Dawkins, Santa Claus is coming to town, because if you're not rocking with Dawkins, Chad, who you rocking with? I'm just saying.
Not docking.
But Firehouse is on there too,
Yep.
right? I even like Mr. Pussycat
Oh
song
yeah,
on there too.
Silent
It's
Night.
so great.
It's
Yeah,
very dark, kind of sinister version of Silent Night, but it's really good.
it's really good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I just
that's
don't like saying their name on the radio. It sounds weird to me. So.
Yeah, do we have to bleep that out, or?
oh my bad.
No, that's why I let you say it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
We'll edit
appreciate
that in post.
Yeah.
We're on delay.
Welcome to the bloopers that we keep in.
All right, Chad, you're up.
My number 3 song or number 3 album is any album that has All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey in it, because that is the greatest Christmas song of all time.
There you go, Josh. Go lay down.
And if you follow us at Make an Adjustment on Instagram, you'll also see Chad singing that song for 24 hours.
I
Chad's
sing
singing
and
right
dance
now.
to that song every time it comes on.
No, we got to get the singing and the dancing. It goes together, hand in hand.
Yeah.
I love to watch
for
him
Josh
dance to
and
that
Chad.
song.
All right, though.
For Josh and Chad.
All right, though.
Josh, you don't have to dance because Andy Williams wasn't like a dancer.
No, he was not.
Yeah, so.
But
I got
But
the moves
Chad
like
dances to
Jagger.
Mariah Carey.
I got the moves like Jagger.
That's
I got the moves like Jagger.
Okay, so my number 3 is a different Bob Rivers album than Jaden had picked. Mine is I Am Santa Claus. I'm with Jaden. I think that Bob Rivers is an absolute genius when it comes to songs. I wish he actually still made albums.
Just a lot.
I don't know. I didn't see. In my research, I did not see that he had died. I did learn a lot about him, though. He was actually a fairly interesting guy and did a lot of radio stuff and decided to do this stuff. So, but this is actually the second album because there's one just called, I think, just Twisted Christmas.
Yeah, I think so.
And he had 5 albums in this collection. If you are easily offended, I don't recommend these albums to you. But if you have a great sense of humor and you like to listen to parodies of some of your favorite songs, I highly recommend this one and basically any of the Bob Rivers albums, except that I can't find the one with the Led Zeppelin song on it. Was that the third one, I think? That one I just can't find on iTunes or anything for some reason.
That's interesting.
But this one has I Am Santa Claus that's like Jingle Hell Bells with the riffs. I'm sorry. I Am Santa Claus by Black Sabbath and Jingle Hell Bells with riffs of Highway to Hell and TNT as part of my favorite things. And of course, didn't I get that last year? Which is one of my favorites.
Didn't I get that?
So, in fact, you can't go wrong with any of these. So, just if you want to laugh, listen to this.
If you like Weird Al.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Darcy.
By the way, Bob Rivers is still alive. Did I guess how old he is?
8.
Mom?
Late 70s, 76.
Chad?
To like 73?
Chad? Any guess?
Guess on what?
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my goodness.
Guess on what?
How old Bob Rivers is?
68.
67 is his age.
Dang.
Yeah, so he's not that actually.
He's actually not that
Y'all
old.
made him
But
out
he
to
should
be.
be pumping it out.
Yeah, right? He should
Exactly.
still be.
If Dolly
pumping
Parton
out.
go out and get on stage at the Cowboys halftime show at 77 years old, he can produce another Christmas
That's
album.
fair.
I agree. He should do it.
I
Bob,
just
if you're out there listening, make another Christmas album.
There you
I just
go.
listened to the Treehouse talk about her halftime show, but that's their plug.
The Treehouse talked about whose halftime show?
Dolly Parton.
Dolly
Oh.
Parton.
I would love to know what they said.
Yeah, I can only imagine on that one.
By the end of it, they were pretty much saying, like, hey, it's impressive that she's 77
Fair.
and still being out there.
I got no issues with that. I should did just fine.
I didn't really
Hey,
watch it.
I didn't watch
I
it.
just saw pictures.
But anyways, my number 2 album is the same album that you for Bob Rivers' I Am Santa Claus album. I would like to also mention on that album, We Wish You Weren't Living With Us, The 12 Pains of Christmas, and The Restroom Door Said Gentleman.
That's so great. That's one of my favorite ones, actually.
Which one? The Restroom Door Said Gentleman?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. That's a great one.
Just because I would love to do it and then just sit there and watch it.
Just watch it happen.
Watch some old lady hit someone with his shoe.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would be so great.
You have to listen to know what that means. Okay.
Yeah,
My number 2.
We're putting in a lot of plugs here.
Believe it. Can you stop talking?
Here's the deal, man.
My number 2 is the same thing as Mom and Josh. So
what you're saying is Mom had it a little too low.
Yeah.
Fair.
Some other songs could be Wreck the Malls. I don't know if you
I
said
did
it.
not say that one.
Wreck the Malls is good. What's it 2 years?
Oh, that one's good.
That one is good.
And then Walk Around in Women's Underwear.
I like that one. You said it nicely. Again, you cannot be easily offended.
That's really crazy.
Jaded.
That's a good song.
Okay.
It is a good song. It's fun.
On that note,
I don't know if I can top that. My number 2
good luck.
is Andy Williams' Christmas album from 1963. It's got Josh's
God, you're old.
favorite. I wasn't alive then.
Oh, okay.
Come on, boy. It's got Josh's favorite song on there, which I really love too. Silent Night, Oh Holy Night, Happy Holidays. It's great from top to bottom. Classic.
your son just aged you
My
like
bad.
20 years.
I know, right?
When were you born?
1971?
And what'd you say, 60?
I said 63.
Oh, I thought you said 53.
I'm younger than your mother.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
crazy.
by like
So am I.
4 months, 3
So am
months.
I.
I'm younger than you too.
Yes, you are.
You guys all are dumb. Okay, Chad.
I'm the youngest in the room.
What number are we on? Number 2?
Yeah.
Number 2. Okay, let me check my list. Okay. My number 2 would be any album that has Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas on it, because it is the greatest song in the history of Christmas music. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
You're
So
welcome.
how many albums is that song actually on?
I have no clue. I don't even know if it's on an album, but it should be.
I think it's on her All I Want for Christmas album.
It should have an album and just play that song back to back like 12
Just
times.
on repeat.
Yeah, just back to back 12 times.
We'll have to look it up. I'll bet you it's on like 10 or 12 albums because everything's on like a lot
It
of
probably is because
compilation
it's
albums.
literally the greatest Christmas song in the history
It
of
is.
Christmas music.
But
So,
lots of people do like a version of that song. Is this her original song or is it like a remake of a song? I didn't research that.
we're going to say that it is her original song is what we're going to go with.
It's a really good question, actually. I don't know.
You know, because like everyone has a version. Like the Love Actually soundtrack probably has a song, but I bet you it's not done by her.
I think this one was written, produced, directed, and sung by Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Can you name another song on that album, Chad?
I don't even know what album it's on.
Isn't it All I Want
Yeah,
for
I
Christmas?
think it is.
No, it's called Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Okay.
What year did that come out?
94.
Is Mariah Carey on the cover of that album?
God, you're old.
What? Well, I wasn't born yet.
Is Mariah Carey on the cover of that album?
Yes.
Is she dressed up in a Santa suit or a little?
Yes.
Is it kind of skimpy?
I know what the album looks like.
I'm asking you. Okay, we may have to buy that album just so we can
Buy the album. Who's buying albums anymore?
No, I want to buy that just for the picture of Mariah Carey in a little Santa suit because she is hot. Okay.
You're an idiot.
You can't say gosh dang on here.
I kept that very good.
Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
respectful to your wife as well.
I do because I care.
Okay.
I gotta go get the chicken.
Okay. So my number 2 is Hanson Snowed In.
There you go. Yeah.
And I agree that they take a beating. Like they take a beating. But this Christmas album's really good. It was, as I have said before, it was the best-selling holiday album in 1997. And so we weren't the only ones that liked it.
It's just really good top to bottom.
It is, and it features a mix of traditional songs and rockin' songs. Like they do really good of like, Merry Christmas Baby, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. They do that? I can't remember.
I think so.
But they do. It's just a great peppy little, and they're talented. So this isn't some schmo like boy band group. This is like a group of kids that knows how to play their own instruments, and they are talented people. So you got to give them credit for what they can do.
You ready for number 1?
Here's the grill.
That's the great part about the show. Right? There's no editing. We just keep on doing it.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I was like, what's that noise? You can hear the grill.
Well, some people don't know how to mute themselves.
We're lucky enough, to put his headphones into his.
Well, he doesn't have AirPods, and he actually
Okay,
has
stop talking about me. I can still hear you all.
Okay, Josh. Do I need to do drum roll?
There's a lot going on here. My number 1 is Bob Ripper's Chipmunks Roasting on an Open Fire as
Nice.
I can't remember which ones Jaden said, but I will say my favorite on the album is probably Homeless on the Holidays. Great.
I didn't say that one. That was good too.
Chipmunks Roasting on an Open Fire. It's a great one.
Mid.
No, you're just sour. That's all it is. And then I think you said Blue Ride, didn't you?
I did say Blue Ride.
But it's a great song, worth
It
mentioning
is great.
again.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I'll stop there.
Thank you. Although your favorite one on there, is based on your favorite Christmas song, so isn't it Andy Williams?
Which one's based off that one?
Isn't that Homeless for the Holidays?
Almost for the holidays?
Is that the original song? I don't think
so. It's an Andy Williams song.
No. I like how we don't do any research before this. It's just all natural, everybody. This is after take 2.
We still don't have our stuff together. But that's the joy of doing this as a family.
We're making an adjustment as we go.
Okay, you go.
My number 1 is definitely, without a shower of a doubt, Chipmunks.
I love it. Yep.
I used to listen to it all the time on a CD in Nana's car in a Ford Explorer, I think it was.
Yeah, it was a Ford Focus.
Expedition.
No, Nana's car was
Oh,
Focus. Yeah.
Focus, yeah.
And I played it even when it wasn't Christmas, and it made Josh really mad. So it's my favorite song in it is Ho Ho Ho, because it's one of an original song, quote unquote. But yeah, it's definitely the best album for me.
They played that song in the movie too, the original movie, didn't they? Didn't they use that song in the movie?
Like the one with what's his name? Guy from My Name Is Earl.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason Lee.
I think so. I think they did that one.
Jason Lee.
Probably. I
Jason
mean,
Lee.
maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, in the movie, they get their tree cut down in the winter. So.
Yeah, that's a great movie. You guys used to think that they were singing Taco Bell to the song of.
You can't prove to me that they aren't.
Taco Bell, Taco
No one
Bell.
can understand what the little
Yeah.
high-pitched chipmunks are saying.
Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, so my number one is from an album. It was released in 1945, and no, I
you
was
like
not
this?
alive.
Okay.
It's White Christmas by Bing Crosby. You can't get any more classic than that. White Christmas is probably my favorite song of all time. And a Christmas one, and it's got Malik Kalikimaka. I can never say that right, but thank you, Josh. Silver Bells, I'll Be Home for Christmas, Silent Night. He just got an iconic voice. We actually saw it on the big screen 2 nights ago again, so I love the movie, love the soundtrack. It's my number one.
Can you try and say it again?
No.
All right, Chad.
Okay, so my number one,
Wonder what it could be.
it's going to be a huge surprise to everyone, would be any album that has Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas on it, because it also is an iconic song. Everyone knows it, and if you don't, you should. It is the greatest Christmas song in the history of ever. Thank you.
So she did sing it first, and she makes $2.6 million a year just off that song.
How's that? Oh my goodness.
Wow. She
we
would never
cracked
have
the
to
code.
work again.
She doesn't. I mean,
All we have
Nothing.
to do
Between that and the alimony she gets from what's his face,
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon,
Right? That's
shoot, she
I
ain't got
doubt
to do
she's
nothing.
getting alimony, but I'm sure she's getting child support.
Or she's getting something. Him and his 47 kids.
Yeah.
all right. So we cracked the code. We just need one hit Christmas song, and none of us have to work again.
Okay.
really, you just need one hit in general. It doesn't have to be
Yes.
Christmas.
But Christmas comes back
Every year.
That's
Yeah.
why
It
Christmas
never
Correct.
is the way to
fades.
go.
You get that revenue.
Okay, Chad.
Yeah.
I need you to start working on that. That's
I
your
got a song
that's your
already.
job. You got oh, okay. I'm afraid, but okay.
But if we put out an album, I want to be known as Lil something.
I like
Lil
chunky
Bear.
but funky. Ooh,
Whatever
Lil
my
Bear.
name is.
I like Lil Bear.
Little bear.
Lil, I just gotta be Lil, because you can sell albums if your name's Lil.
I'm so glad we're not videoing this. Thank you, Jaden.
I didn't do anything.
I like Lil Bear.
Okay, Lil Bear. Julie, number one for you.
My number one is also Bing Crosby's White Christmas, because it is
What's it made?
a nostalgia album for me. I've been listening to this on tape since I was a little kid. I was an only kid, so I used to have to go to my grandma's, and all the adults would be talking, and so I would listen to music. And on the first side of the tape was the fast side, and the second side of the tape was the slower traditional songs. So as a kid, I didn't like those, so I would rewind the tape and listen to the fast side all the time. I've grown accustomed to the slow songs. I do like him because he has such an amazing voice. But my absolute favorite song is actually Jingle Bells with him and the Andrews Sisters.
Sisters, yeah.
And Barry Manilow and Expose do a remake of it, and it is dead on. It is so
Really?
good. Yeah, I don't know how long ago it came out, but I heard it the other day, and it's just
I'll check that out.
it's pretty cool. So it makes me smile. It totally reminds me of my mom, as does the Chipmunks album, because I listened to that too when I was a kid. And so it brings back good memories. So I recommend it. So Okay, so now we have some honorable mentions. Josh, you want to go with yours?
I'm saying all five of them.
Yeah.
Run down. Well, at number 6, I had Hanson. Number 7, I had Beach Boys. Number 8, I had Seth MacFarlane's first Christmas album. I haven't listened to the second one all the way yet.
That one's really good too.
Then Frank Sinatra's number 9, and then Alvin and the Chipmunks number 10.
Like it. Frank is good too.
Frank is good.
We do like those traditional we kind of like on both ends of the spectrum. We
Bing
don't really have anything in
Crosby
the middle.
to Striper.
Huh?
Bing Crosby to Striper.
That's a good point. Well, because like a lot of the '90s pop is not good. Well, it's 90s and the 2000s.
Right.
Like all of them, they sing and they're like, in every single song, and it all sounds the same, and it's not good. It's just not good.
Yeah.
What's something?
Yeah, it made that sound.
That's how bad it sounds too.
That actually sounded better than what it sounded like.
Well, you didn't mind. I actually turned it off the other day. It was terrible.
Did you come up with some honorable mentions?
That would be a no.
Yeah, it's definitely no.
No?
I like my 5.
Okay. All right.
That's it. That's all. I like my 5, and that's all I'm listening to.
My honorable mentions are Bob Rivers and Twisted Christmas at 6. The Elvis album at 7.
Elvis, good.
Because that one's really good too. Twisted Sister, I really like their Christmas album too. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, TSO, that's one of my favorite ones too. And then at number 10, I have Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas.
My God, I love you.
Do you have any honorable mentions, Chad?
I actually have 2.
Oh, good.
My first honorable mention would be any album that has Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas on it.
Can I guess the other one?
Actually, it's different.
Oh, okay.
It's actually different.
It's Dawkins.
No. Dawkins would only make a list if it was the worst songs. My other one is actually not a Christmas song, but it's from a Christmas song, and it's from Family Guy, and it's Ding Fraser Dunn.
It's so great. Don't say it. Don't say it, Jade.
Ding, fries are done.
Not where I thought you were going with that. So go ahead. Move on before you
If
get
you
to it.
follow at Making Adjustment on Instagram, then you can see Josh singing that as well.
Yeah, he used to sing that all the time, too.
All the time.
All the time.
Like and follow for more.
And he does a pretty good Peter, I have to say. You know?
I do.
And that's
You
why
should do
it's
it,
one of my
Josh.
favorite songs, is because I remember Josh singing it.
Josh, you should do it in person.
No, I don't want to get sued.
Right?
Copyright infringement.
Copyrighted, yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't put mine in any particular order, but I have some honorable mentions and a couple that I forgot to mention last time. So my honorable mentions include the Darius Rucker Christmas album, which I absolutely love. And if you haven't heard What God Wants for Christmas,
Very good song.
yeah, you know you're missing out. It is a great song, and he does an amazing job on it. The Chipmunks Christmas album, which I mentioned earlier, also on there because I listened to it all the time as a kid. It reminds me of my mom. It reminds me of the kids when they were little. So how could you not love Alvin and the Chipmunks? Beach Boys Christmas album, because once again, it reminds me of Papa P, and they do like really great versions of songs that only the Beach Boys style can do. You know?
Agreed.
And of course, I like any song by the Muppets still. I actually watched the Muppet Christmas Carol today. Actually, I didn't watch it. It was on in the background while I worked. But I watch it every year. I absolutely love it. But a couple of sneaky ones that come out on me is Train and starting to sneak up on me.
Oh yeah, that one's really good too.
Yeah, every song I hear by Train, they do a great Christmas album, like songs. I don't think I've listened to a whole album because I don't know if there's multiple, but they have some good songs. Like that Mitten song, I think that's an original. That's really good, and they just sound happy when they're doing their songs. So I do like it.
The lead singer's really good.
And Rob Halford.
Oh, nice.
He does some good versions of
He
Christmas songs
does.
too.
Who?
Rob Halford, lead singer of Judas Priest.
The metal god.
He actually does some really good versions of some Christmas songs. So,
He got some pies. I mean, he can actually sing.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, he does really good.
That's really good.
And then of course I got their Elvis out there.
Gotta have the
Elvis is a
king.
king no matter what he does.
Yep. Gotta have the king.
So,
Mom, you're the one in this room that's seen Elvis.
do what?
You're the one in this room that has seen Elvis in person.
It's true. I have seen
You're
Elvis.
not just an impersonator.
No, I have seen Elvis. I saw him when I was 5. I don't remember much about it other than him wiping the sweat off on his scarf and giving it to a bunch of screaming women, and I thought it was disgusting. But yeah, I did get to see him. My mom loved him, like absolutely loved him. So it was fun. So I hope everyone enjoyed our top 5 Christmas albums and that it gets you into the Christmas spirit. Christmas time can be hard, so we always want to try and make people happy during this time. And we will be back next week. Please make sure you check out the Facebook page, Make an Adjustment, and as Jaden has so lovely plugged multiple times, the Instagram page as well, and go like and follow those.